guys, this is Matt Brunet, and welcome to Movie News Weekly, hosted by FilmBook. Now, before we begin, let's take a look at what we got in this week's news, which includes the new films not even close to get up to Bond and Brown's level, Universal has to take a truly outrageous movie out of theaters, Cyborg Scarlett Johansson found her cop buddy, Paramount will be busy with some animated films until 2019, one of Pinocchio's upcoming movies doesn't have a director yet, pray that Margaret Qualley won't be writing your name, how surprises are more important than awards for Star Wars, Patricia Arquette will be playing with our favorite toys, we'll be seeing Esmeralda's side of the story, and Robin Williams stopped Disney from capitalizing one of his characters. So, with that said, let's get things started. Even with the new releases, they really can't do anything to move last week's top performers from their positions. Both Spectre and the Peanuts movie remain strong again in first and second place at the box office this weekend, with the James Bond film earning about $35.4 million, while Snoopy and the Gang got about $24 million. The new movies weren't even close to reaching those numbers, but at least they still remain in the top 5. The holiday family comedy Love the Coopers got into third place with $8.4 million, and the 33 started down into fifth place with almost $6 million, right under October's champ The Martian, which earned $6.7 million. Following the rear are the other October films like Goosebumps and Bridge of Spies, which got $4.6 million and $4.2 million respectively. During the month of October, we've seen plenty of flops come and go, but now it looks like one of those movies' failures might go down in infamy. After just 2 weeks in theaters, Universal decided to take out Jem and the Holograms from theaters for performing so terribly both with audiences and the box office. When it opened back in October 23rd, it had one of the worst opening weekend openings of all time, by earning just $1.3 million. Throughout its 2-week run, it only managed to get $2.1 million. Jeff Bach, the senior box office analyst at Exhibitor Relations, commented about Universal's decision that this is unprecedented and shows just how badly this film flopped. Not only is it the lowest grossing debut for a studio film this year, but it's one of the worst all time, by a considerable margin, for any film released in 2,000 plus theaters. The only upside that can be said about this whole situation is that Universal won't be losing a lot of money from Jem, since the movie's budget is just $5 million. Makoto's partner has been reported for duty. Paolo Asbeck has been assigned to co-star with Scarlett Johansson in DreamWorks' adaptation of Ghost in the Shell. Based on the acclaimed Japanese sci-fi, Asbeck will be playing the role of Batou, Makoto's partner in crime and the best fighter in Section 9. This will not be the first time that Asbeck and Johansson will be featured in a sci-fi movie together, as they both appeared in the 2014 Lucy. The Ghost in the Shell film will be directed by Rupert Sanders, with a script written by Jonathan Herman, and the Cyborgs will be out on patrol on March 31st, 2017. Even after letting go of DreamWorks Animation at the end of 2012, Paramount is still showing that they are strong in the animation industry. Paramount Animation announced their new lineup of films that will go all the way up until 2019. Going in order of their release dates, the first will be the anticipated The Little Prince, directed by Kung Fu Panda's Mark Osborne, which has been announced that it will be out in theaters on March 18th, 2016. Next up will be Monster Trucks, which got delayed again to January 13th, 2017, that will be directed by Chris Wedge, who is more known for his works at Blue Sky Studios. Afterwards, there will be a third SpongeBob SquarePants movie, where one of the directors of Sponge Out of Water, Paul Tibbitt, will return along with the cast on February 8th, 2019. Finally, on March 22nd of that year, they will make an original animated film called Amusement Park, directed by the supervising animator of Ratatouille and Finding Nemo, Dylan Brown, and it will feature an all-star cast which includes Matthew Broderick, John Oliver, Mila Kunis, Jennifer Garner, and many more. The The lineup will be included with Anomalisa, set for a wide release on January 2016, and Rocket Pictures' Sherlock Gnomes starring Johnny Depp, a sequel to the 2011 Romeo and Juliet, made to be released on January 12, 2018. Seems like Paul doesn't have the strength to move that puppet around. A few months ago, it was announced that Paul Thomas Anderson would be both writing and even directing Warner Bros.' reboot of Pinocchio, which would feature Robert Downey Jr. as Geppetto. However, a part of that may not actually be the case. A writer from The Wrap, Jeff Snyder, revealed on Twitter that Anderson will not be directing the film. When the news broke out of his involvement with the feature, Warner Bros. Stated that they hired him to write the script and maybe take the job as director as well. So this whole bit of news was just to confirm rumors. As of now, no other information is revealed about the project, but we know that this will not be the only Pinocchio reboot in the works, as both Disney and Guillermo del Toro are planning up to act as the Blue Fairy to bring the puppet to life. Does anyone trust this girl with such an evil book? Because it seems like Warner Bros. Does, since they're hiring Margaret Qualley to be the female lead of Death Note next to Nat Wolff. Based on the popular Japanese manga by Tsugumi Oba, the movie will center around a student who discovers a notebook that can kill anyone by simply writing their name. The film will be directed by Adam Wingard and written by Fantastic Four's Jeremy Slater. This will not be the first time that Death Note will become a movie, since there was a live-action Japanese adaptation done back in 2006 by Shusuke Kaneko. Sometimes, in order to keep the best secrets, you have to make a lot of sacrifices. Disney decided that they will not be submitting Star Wars: The Force Awakens in many of the award shows, including the National Board of Review's Best Film Honors, the New York Film Critics Circle Awards, and the Los Angeles Film Critics Association Honors. The reason why Disney is skipping them is because they want to be absolutely sure that the plot will be kept a surprise by the time of the movie's release, even if it is to the critics. You just never know if there's going to be that one guy who will go and spoil the whole movie. This is one of the many strategies that both Disney and Lucasfilms are doing to simultaneously keep everything a surprise, yet have audiences hyped up. This includes keeping an eye on every toy, every merchandise, and every single clip in the trailer to make sure that the hungriest of Star Wars fans still crave for more information. However, since it is still being released on December 18th, it will still be in consideration to be nominated for an Oscar at the Academy Awards. With a new movie, it's no surprise that we'll also find new faces along with our favorites. This is one of them. Oscar winner Patricia Arquette is now talking with Disney and Pixar in order to become a new voice for Toy Story 4. Not much is revealed about her character, but she is described more as a laid-back hippie mom. She will be joining the original cast, including Tom Hanks and Tim Allen, for the sequel, which will go into the romance between Woody and Bo Peep. It will be directed by John Lasseter and written by Rashida Jones and Will McCormack. The toys will come out and play once again on June 15th, 2018. If I may be Clopin for a moment, there is a new version that you don't know about the tale of Notre Dame. Chernin Entertainment is taking a new spin on Victor Hugo's The Hunchback of Notre Dame, which in this one will center on the perspective of Esmeralda, the gypsy whom Quasimodo madly falls in love with. Since the title will also share the name of this beautiful woman, this is one of the many films that's following the trend that Disney began to make big-budget fairy tale films. However, this may not be the only one that shall be based on the Victor Hugo book, as there will be an independent feature called The Hunchback, starring Max Ryan, which will stick closer to the book. Closer to the Disney version? Hush! From The Jungle Book to Pinocchio to Pete's Dragon to Beauty and the Beast to Dumbo and so much more, Disney has plans to turn many of their favorite animated classics into big-budget live-action movies. However, there is one that they have to cross off. In The Last Will and Testament to the late Robin Williams, it included a 25-year provision to never use his likeness in any movie, which, if you don't know the math, this provision would go on until 2039. Unfortunately, this included Disney's Genies, which was supposed to be a prequel to their 1992 Aladdin about how Robin Williams' character came to be the beloved genie we all know and love. Although the project was only in development and never got greenlit, Disney won't have much to do with it when it ends, since it's extremely likely of the big budget fairy tale trend will be long dead by that time. Oh, but don't you worry, even without Aladdin, we still have all the other Disney films in their library to adapt. And that's all I've got for this week. Thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to head on down to FilmBookdotcom for all the latest movies and TV news, along with their columns on the box office and the theatrical release schedule. Also, you can follow them on whatever social media you like. And while you're at it, you can follow me on my YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter if you're more interested in stuff like animation, Disney, and my weird sense of humor. If you were watching this on YouTube, then hit that like button and come and subscribe to us while leaving a comment on what you think about the news this week. If you were listening to this as a podcast on iTunes or another podcast service, then don't forget to rate and review what you've just heard. Tune in next time for another round of Movie News Weekly, and until next week, see you later, dudes!